Great day, students. It's Mr. Sargent here with another science video, and today we're going to continue our series on vertebrates. And if you remember what a vertebrate is, it is an animal that has a backbone. So every animal that has a backbone is in the same classification, it's in the same group called the vertebrates. Now, so far we have already talked about fish. We've already talked about reptiles. We've already talked about amphibians. Today, what are we going to talk about? Oh, what? Oh, I knew I was feeling weird. We're talking about birds. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. So let's sit back and learn. Whew. All right, I think I'm back to normal now. Let's see. Okay, no beak. Okay, good. We're good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our fine feathered friends, the birds. Now, first of all, they do fit into the vertebrate category. They do indeed have a backbone, but they are very different from some of the other categories and other classifications that we've talked about so far. When you think about the skin of an amphibian, it is slimy, it is slippery, and it has to stay wet. When you think of the skin of a reptile, it's dry and rough. When you think of the skin of a fish, it is wet and scaly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, birds, they don't have scales. Birds, they're not slimy. Birds, their skin's not dry and rough. In fact, it's very soft because they have feathers. Now, birds have feathers. It helps them in so many ways. One, it keeps them warm. Two, it helps them fly. And three, it helps them even sometimes camouflage and hide from predators or from their prey. We can find birds all over the world. They're on every continent. You can find them in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and even Antarctica. Ladies and gentlemen, we can find birds everywhere. Now, unlike some of the vertebrates that we've talked about, the fish, the reptiles, the amphibians, those are all cold-blooded. Birds are warm-blooded, which means they can make their own heat. But what that does mean is they need to eat a lot. Animals, vertebrates that are warm-blooded have to eat a lot in order to create their own heat. So what do birds eat? Well, when I always hear the saying, the early bird gets the worm. Have you ever heard that before? No? Okay. Well, there is a saying, the early bird gets the worm. Well, birds eat worms. Birds eat insects. Birds eat small rodents. Birds eat meat. But that's not all they eat. They also eat berries and some fruits as well. They're what we call omnivores, which means they pretty much eat anything. Now it's important to understand that we can put birds into two categories. You can put them in birds that can fly and birds that cannot, and for different reasons. Birds that can fly, these are the ones you see in the sky. These are the eagles, the hawks, the robins, the sparrows. There are so many different kinds of birds that fly. But there are not that many kind of birds that don't fly. We have some like the chicken, like the turkey, like the ostrich, like the penguin. Now, the penguin's interesting because it doesn't fly, but it can definitely swim. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of birds that fly, and there are a lot of flightless birds, and they've all adapted to survive in their environment, which is very interesting. Now, if we're talking about the life cycle of all birds, once again, it's another interesting thing. Now, we've talked about all the life cycles of amphibians, reptiles, and fish, and something they have in common is they all lay eggs. But when they lay eggs, they lay the eggs and they're out. They've done their job. Birds also lay eggs, but they take care of the eggs. They build their nests high up in the sky. to keep them protected from predators or anything that would want to eat their eggs. And when the chicks are born, they stick around and take care of the baby birds. So if we're looking at our life cycle right here, the life cycle of the bird starts off as the egg that goes to the chick, and then that chick turns into the adult bird, which then lays more, there you got it, lays more eggs. But the cool thing about birds is they take care of their young. Now, one of my all-time favorite birds, I got a lot of favorite birds, but one of my all-time favorite birds is the bald eagle. It is the symbol of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's sit back and read a little bit about the bald eagle.
Bald eagles. Bald eagles live in the United States and Canada. They live in Mexico too. Bald eagles can be found near bodies of water. Lakes and coastlines are good places to spot them. Bald eagles are covered in feathers. Their heads and tails are white. The rest of their bodies are brown. Bald eagles have big yellow beaks. They have large talons. Food and hunting. Bald eagles use their talons to catch prey. They use their beaks to tear apart food. Bald eagles have great eyesight. This helps them spot prey from far away. A bald eagle's favorite meal is fish. It will also eat small birds and rodents. Baby bald eagles. A bald eagle stays with the same mate for life. They build a nest together. They build it high up in a tree. They use sticks and twigs. Bald eagles return to the same nest each year. Females lay 1 to 3 eggs. Baby eagles are called chicks. Mothers care for their chicks for about 12 weeks. More facts. Bald eagles can live up to 28 years in the wild. Young bald eagles are one color. They will get their white feathers when they are around 5 years old. There is only one bird larger than a bald eagle. It is a California condor.
So many great facts about the bald eagle. They are amazing, amazing creatures. Now, having said that, if you look right here, in class today, we read another book. Now, you can choose a book on any bird you want. The eagle's my favorite. You may look on Epic and find a book that you like about birds. And what I'd like you to do is, if you look here, you have a couple bubbles where you can put some facts in and write a summary down below. Now, that's the in-class work. For homework, boop, right here. Here we have the life cycle of the bird. Super easy. You can either write down the words for each part of the life cycle, or, I got some great artists out there, you can draw pictures of the 3 stages in the life cycle of the birds. So next week, what we're going to be doing is a lot of comparing and contrasting as we learn about mammals as well. But until then, continue enjoying reading about birds. Continue enjoying drawing these life cycles, and continue to enjoy learning. Ladies and gentlemen, cannot wait to see you again. Have a great night.